How can we reduce climate change while improving the well-being of people? How can we extend modern energy services to almost half of the humanity living in energy poverty today, without a compromise to our climate change commitments? Is climate change action really at odds with the goals of economic development, or are there win-win options? Hello, my name is Nora Mzavanadze and I am a research associate at the University of Manchester, Collaboratory for Urban Resilience and Energy, and I will speak how energy efficiency can contribute to sustainability and energy transitions. So let me begin with a few definitions. What is energy efficiency? Efficiency in general stands for achieving more or the same with less inputs. Therefore, energy efficiency is a comparative measure of different technologies. How much energy do we need to perform a certain function? For instance, kilowatt hours of electrical energy per year to run a refrigerator, or kilowatt hours needed for a washing cycle with a washing machine, or liters of gasoline needed for driving 100 kilometers, or kilowatt hours to heat or cool a certain indoor environment. Although we receive our energy bills in kilowatt hours, in cubic meters, in liters, what we actually buy are energy services such as mobility, heating, hot water, performing work, lighting. After all, the goal of a modern energy system should not be to provide a certain number of kilowatt hours per household or per person, but rather to enable them to obtain the necessary energy services for well-being. Therefore, energy efficiency can be defined as a wide range of efforts that aim to reduce the total energy use without a compromise in energy services delivered. Energy efficiency often gets confused with energy conservation. Both are means to achieve energy reductions, and both are the necessary ingredients in sustainable future recipe. However, energy efficiency relies on technological improvements while allowing to maintain the same level of energy services delivered. And energy conservation actually challenges the excesses in energy use, relying on behavioral changes. So if you are switching the lights off when you don't need them, you're contributing to energy conservation. While if you are replacing your incandescent lamp with an LED energy efficient lamp, you are contributing to energy efficiency. This short lecture will focus on discussing multiple benefits of energy efficiency, how energy efficiency can contribute to sustainability and energy transitions. So why is energy efficiency important? Why do we need to decrease energy consumption? Global primary energy supply has seen a 20 times increase since the industrial times. Fossil fuels today constitute 80% of our primary energy supply. Fossil fuels are a finite resource on a finite planet. Geological surveys tell us that there may be enough of fossil fuels for a few more decades to sustain current consumption levels. Even so, transition to new energy systems will take time, and starting the transition before the last oil field is exhausted is wise. Geological availability may not be the only limiting factor. Politics, economics, and logistics can be equally important factors. With the fossil fuels concentrated in a handful of countries, fossil fuel imports create dependencies and vulnerabilities. The larger the dependence on energy imports, the bigger the risks in case of supply or price shocks. Therefore, energy efficiency is a very attractive idea at the state level. It contributes to energy security without a loss to human well-being. There are other reasons why an earlier switch away from fossil fuels may be beneficial. One of them involves the limits imposed by the Earth's climate system. Burning of fossil fuels releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, warming of which may be grave to the humanity. According to climate scientists, in order to limit the climate change damage to manageable, the global average temperature increase should be limited to 1.5 2 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial times. Now, we have already exhausted 1 degree from this budget. What this means is that the switch away from fossil fuels has to happen fairly soon, and the decline must be fairly steep. How much can energy efficiency alone contribute to climate change mitigation? According to the study conducted by Fraunhofer Institute in Germany in 2009, demand-side energy efficiency measures in industry, transport, buildings, and electric appliances could deliver a 33% decrease in primary energy use in the European Union by 2030. Energy efficiency has a special role to play in energy transitions. Improvements in energy efficiency may pave the way for the uptake of renewable energy technologies. For instance, passive house standards applied for new or retrofitted housing may reduce energy demand for heating and cooling up to 90%. The remaining energy demand may be covered much easier by renewable technologies, turning the house into a net zero energy building or an active house, a house that sells the extra energy to the national grid. Modern energy services have contributed to a better health, a rise in comfort and productivity. Think about open fire cooking on coal and biomass that is still practiced in many parts of the world and causes a burden on health due to air pollution exposure. Think about all the comfort provided by air conditioning and heating indoors, or all the work that electric appliances and technologies do for us. Still, in all countries, without an exception, the struggle to provide the necessary modern energy services for all is ongoing. In the developing countries, the struggle revolves around energy infrastructure and reliability of energy supply, while in the developed countries, affordability becomes a problem. For example, in the European Union alone, 54 million people struggle to afford heating services due to low income, high prices of energy services, and low energy efficiency rate of homes. Oftentimes, they are forced to choose between heating or eating. Indoor cold is related to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, as well as asthma and mental health problems. A comprehensive housing retrofit could also help to reduce human health effects of noise, lead, asbestos, and indoor radon. Energy efficiency measures in buildings can help to reduce energy bills, improve indoor air quality and comfort. Energy generation and use has many social and environmental side effects that are negative. No form of energy is free of this. Social and environmental negative effects extend throughout the whole energy supply chain, from extraction, via transport, refining, and energy generation. This energy supply chain may be thousands of kilometers long. Now, air pollution is one of the most pressing environmental problems today. For instance, nearly all EU's urban population is exposed to air pollution levels that are above the recommendations of World Health Organization. Air pollution affects human health by causing cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. Natural and agricultural ecosystems are affected by acidification, eutrophication, and ground-level ozone exposure. When we burn fossil fuels, we emit both greenhouse gases and air pollution particles and molecules. Some policy solutions target only one of these problems, like air pollution filters or carbon capture and storage. Now, energy efficiency helps to mitigate both, and it is a more cost-effective solution to this society in the long term. Doing more with less is a business mantra. Can energy efficiency become a competitive advantage of businesses, cities, or the entire countries? The long-term effect of energy efficiency policies on trade balance, prices, employment, income, and GDP is not well documented. However, in the medium and short term, energy efficiency measures in the housing sector have a positive impact on the employment and income because it is a labor-intensive process. So how can we make a difference? Many countries have energy efficiency policies. Some are standalone energy efficiency policies, some are part of air quality and climate change policies. The European Union, for instance, has a goal to increase its energy efficiency by 20% until 2020. All of its member states have energy efficiency action plans. What are the means to achieve these energy efficiency savings? In the past, large energy efficiency gains have been achieved in the power plant sector and the industry sector. Long-range transboundary air pollution convention, signed in 1979, has been instrumental in promoting best available techniques, integrated pollution prevention and control permitting procedures, cogeneration technologies in power plants, energy audits and environmental audits. The European Union sets energy efficiency standards for electric appliances, such as fridges, washing machines, dishwashers, boilers, lamps. So if you're about to acquire one of these, your choice can be guided by energy efficiency labels. Well, the price of these products, of more energy efficiency products, usually is higher. However, the operational costs may well offset and exceed the price difference. The European Union also aims to introduce energy efficiency certification scheme to the real estate sector. For instance, in the United Kingdom, all public buildings must display their energy efficiency certificates at the entrance. This is done in order to initiate action and spread awareness. If you're about to buy or rent a house, these energy efficiency certificates will be very handy in making your final decision. The European Union also sets minimum energy performance standards for new buildings. Net zero energy buildings are the future. In the transport sector, the European Union enacts air pollution and CO2 standards on all new cars sold in the European Union market. Now, these are not exactly the same as energy efficiency standards, but they are closely related. Although Volkswagen Gate has challenged our belief in the compliance with these standards, I think we're about to witness a mass fuel switch to electricity in the transport sector. Now, I must warn, this won't necessarily automatically mean energy efficiency or lower emissions. It will all depend how we'll produce energy. So what can each of us do? First, be conscious about your energy consumption. Reduce what is unnecessary and increase the efficiency of what is necessary. If you're a homeowner, do consider a comprehensive housing renovation with building envelope insulation and an upgrade of heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. If you're about to acquire an electric appliance, do pay attention to energy efficiency labels. In terms of your mobility choices, think if some of those could be avoided or shifted to other modes of transport, like cycling, walking, or public transport. Increase in physical activity can be beneficial to all of us. So what happens if the member states of the European Union commit to ambitious energy efficiency goals and implement them? What other co-benefits are to be expected, and how big would they be? How would an ambitious energy efficiency policy influence air quality, human health and well-being, resource efficiency, energy security, and economic development? Answering these questions requires systems thinking and different kinds of expertise. Therefore, the University of Manchester has teamed up with different European institutions in order to carry out research project COMBI, calculating and operationalizing multiple benefits of energy efficiency. This project is sponsored by European Commission Horizon 2020 program and aims to conceptualize, quantify, and monetize the benefits of energy efficiency. For more information, please visit combi-project.eu. Thank you.